Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to Let's Play Evoland 2, Match 3 style. As we continue fighting through the dwarves, or dueling the dwarves. Freezes 6 gems on the board, destroys frozen gems, and deals 2 damage per destroyed gem. There's again the combo. Oh, extra turn. Hail of Frost! Extra turn. Take 6. Take another 6. Oh, extra turn. Extra turn. Yikes! Blizzard to freeze, and then Hail of Frost, right? No, he has to wait a turn for that. Next turn, he'll Hail of Frost. Divine Presence, and we'll heal 20. Which he'll take away when he does that. Meteor. Oh, extra turn. Hail of Frost. This. Well, we're out of special gems, so we're not out of special gems. We're out of the special gems that we need. Blizzard to freeze. Hibernation. If that one didn't get frozen. Because I was just going to match this and win. What do I need to do a move? Red, but there's no red on the board I can match. Hail of Frost! Close, but we got it. How could you beat me? No, played you already. Played you. I was gonna make sure I got everybody. Okay. Think that's everybody. I played you, right? Alright. What? You actually beat all those warriors? In the name of the Great Turtle, you can challenge our boss. He's just speechless. Alright then. We shall challenge the boss. Boss is the snowman? That is some boss. Fear the snowman. Not a soul. Do you think it could be a trap?
No. At least, I don't think so. In spite of their slightly crude rays, the Vikings do seem to have a fairly strong sense of honor. I can't imagine they would set a trap for us. I think you're right, Velvet. From what I gathered, they have to fight with bravery and valor to get eternal life.
Well, infinite lives, not eternal life. Kind of the same thing, but
I'm afraid of what'll happen to the mainlanders if the Vikings complete their tunnel and launch an attack on the Empire.
I would say there is little to fear in that regard.
Oh? Why do you say that? Think about it, Fina. Nowhere in the history books are the Vikings ever mentioned, which would suggest they never made it to the continent. Ah, yes, I hadn't thought of that. But then, whatever happened to them?
Yeah, what did happen to them?
I have a theory. Of course, I don't have the proof to substantiate it, so I'd need to locate the relevant documents and relics. But if I'm right, something triggered a sudden melting of the frozen continent.
And what prompted this assertion, Miss Velvet?
I never told you how I retrieved my book. The one that allows me to use my ice power.
Ah, yes. I admit it has piqued my curiosity. Never have I seen its like.
It's super useful anyway. I'd love to get one for myself. It's called the Book of Boris. One of the 3 legendary Magi artifacts, along with the Stone of Time and the Magi Key.
Wow.
I stumbled upon it in the Great Library of Genova while researching the Magi. I managed to translate part of it, which is why I can use some of its power. But there must be so much more to it.
Hey, technically it's being translated.
The Anarchivist Largo brought the book to the library after his southern expedition during the Great War. His account seems consistent. He must have found it in the land of the Vikings. So if I'm getting this right, your book leaving this place causes the ice to melt? That's one possibility. The melting of the frozen continent is a long process, but if it were to happen over several centuries, it could lead to rising sea levels. And the world would be covered almost entirely in water, with only a few islands remaining.
This would do little to change my people's future. By then, all demons would be gone.
Sin! I know you think lengthy dialogue is boring and you wish you could skip it, but we're discussing important stuff here.
Hey. I'm the person that voice acts and reads all the dialogue. Come on. Was it me?
Stop snoring, will ya?
Not me. I do not think Mega Clink was the culprit, Miss Fina.
The snowman! He's snoring!
Huh? Ew, what? Somebody call for me?
And he talks!
Fancy snowman. Who are you? Oh, right. It's all coming back to me. I was meditating, focusing on the tournament ahead, when I dozed off. You must be here for the duel? In that case, let's get on with it. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself. I'm the Viking Chief. You can call me Jon Snow.
He doesn't look so tough, Sin.
Let's win ourselves that tournament prize. I agree, he's not that tough. Ooh, that's right.
I really hope it's the Magi Key fragment.
I don't know. I know nothing about Game of Thrones, honestly, other than the name. So, it just doesn't super appeal to me for whatever reason. My father taught me to mistrust appearances. I'm sure it's a great show, and a lot of people like it, but just... I don't watch a lot of TV, to be honest. I do this a lot. You know, let's play and edit videos and do stuff for all of you. And I just don't watch a lot of TV. So, anyway, enough about me. Watch yourself. No doubt this Jon Snow is more dangerous than he appears.
Talking snowman. I'm dying to get a closer look at this new mystery.
And while I like that reference, I would have much liked him to have been Frosty. See, that's my line of thinking. Oh, but first, how about before, our duel, how about a different duel? A game of cards. Take 3. Hopefully you don't play anything. Darn it. Ooh. Get in front of the archer. We'll take 2 ourselves, but that's not a big deal. Card, card, card. That'll work nicely. First strike. Oh, there's the Vikings. Gotta put something in front of the... It's the big troll! Big vicious troll! 2 and 2 is 7. We're gonna play the big vicious troll instead. And they kill each other, that's fine. Fear the big vicious troll! Who will go all Donkey Kong on you. And that's it. Take 7. And the 3 for the overkill. And we get Jon Snow. Now we have Jon Snow. 4-5 ranged for 5. Not bad. Alright, now let's get this fight going. 160 HP! Ah! Converts 8 gems into snowballs. Deal 1 damage for each snowball on the board, and there's a lot. Destroys 3 snowballs and absorbs the adjacent gems. All dangerous. Let's take an extra turn. We're gonna need it. Here. We'll do this. Ah, that freezes somebody for a turn. Not cool. Very interesting. Oh, but he gets no bad effects because he's Snowman. Blue. There we go. Freeze Minos, but I got a swing out of it, so... Let's see... Oh, he's got that move ready. Destroy 3 snowballs and absorb adjacent gems. That's dangerous. Does it give him a lot of gems? Let's get rid of the most snowballs that we can. Divine Presence. Strengthen. There he goes. Extra turn. Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. I get why you're the chief. Take 6. There's an extra turn there, sadly. And the snowballs heal him, too. Wow. Extra turn. Extra turn. Winter has come. Ah, I get it. See, that's another Game of Thrones reference. See, I understand that because I see memes and stuff. And I have a friend that's super into Game of Thrones and talks about it constantly. So... Ow. I've heard the dragons in it are pretty cool, though, which makes me happy since I like dragons. Divine Presence. Strengthen. Jeez, you get so much out of that. Meteor. Winter has come. Destroy this line. Divine Presence. And get a bunch of HP back. Unfortunately, there's an extra turn there. Of course. Meteor! And just get rid of all those snowballs. Ah, I didn't see those extra turns. Ow. Meteor! Good, we can do this. Divine Presence to get some HP back. Obviously, the big thing here is extra turns will be your friend. Also, you're going to use your specials a lot to try to counteract all the stuff he can do. Strengthen! Alright, we can do this. Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn there. Any others? Yes, I do see one, because we can do this. Divine Presence. Get extra turn that way. And then those will match up. That's not an extra turn. I don't see one I can do with Athena. Instead, I am going to do this. Meteor! At least you got a lot out of that. Convert 8 gems into small zones. Hibernation! Again. Just not gonna let you do anything. And goodbye. Whew. Yay. You are all truly great warriors. Matchmaker. Though not Vikings, you successfully won the tournament. Congratulations! Here is your reward. Book of Boreas, an extraordinary ancient tomb that keeps its cool under pressure.
Another Book of Boreas? What is the meaning of this? It's a unique artifact. There can only be one copy.
Yet it is possible. If this is indeed the book that Miss Velvet discovered in the Imperial Library, there must be a version of it in that era. Your copy is the one from the future, but both are in fact one and the same.
Lord Minos, I'm impressed. I'm convinced you would have made a grand king for your people. I'm convinced you would have made a grand king for your people had the demons won the Great War. But what good's another copy of the same book? We need the fragment of ice of the Magi Key. And Sirius told us we'd find it here. I don't know where the fragment is, but we must at all costs return this book to Anarchivist Largo. But why? I'd really like my own ice book.
I would too, Fina.
If we fail to return it to him, we will effectively alter history. I won't ever find the book in the library, nor will I visit the Magi ruins on Cursed Isle. And thus we will never meet. The consequences are unforeseeable.
She is correct, Miss Fina. We must not take such a risk.
I don't want you to disappear either, Velvet. I think we bumped into Largo in the Viking village. Let's go give him the book and continue our search for the fragment of ice.
These foreigners make absolutely no sense. I didn't understand a thing you said.
You know nothing, Jon Snow! Sin, I fear we have already altered the course of history too much. But I imagine it's nothing compared to what will happen once we use the Magi Key.
Never have I met a human such as Velvet. She seems to make no distinction between humans and demons. To her, both are subjects worthy of study. Outsiders talk of such strange things. Let's see. Well, now that we've done all that, hey! Largo Legrand's Travels. By the way, you should take this.
Here, we wanted to entrust this book to you. It's a very valuable tome from the ancient Magi civilization. You absolutely must bring it to the Imperial Library in one piece.
A book from the Magi era. What an extraordinarily rare find. I don't know how to thank you. Oh wait, here's something. I came across this odd stone in the frozen cavern. Certainly doesn't equal your book, but it's all I have to give in return. Hey, it's the fragment of ice. Great. That's all 5 pieces of the Magi Key. Sorry again, I have nothing better to trade for this book.
I believe this will be more than enough.
Well, I'm off to trot the globe again. Best of luck to you all. Bye. Now Velvet can find the book. No. I won it already. What are you talking about? Well, that was fun. Okay, well, with all of that, we have the entire Magi Key. So I guess there's nothing left to do but to head out.
Well done. You have the fragment of ice. In the future, the frozen continent has almost disappeared. I hope the Vikings will learn how to swim. I wouldn't like to feel responsible for their desperation. Would you, Sin? You have gathered the 5 fragments of the Magi Key. Come back to me. We need to activate it to remove the weapon from the fabric of time.
Oh, sounds like a plan. And we know where we could find Ceres is through here in the clearing. I have no idea what's going to happen. So something I am going to do first is make the armor. That's basically going to do it for this episode. Feel free to stick around and listen to me talk a little bit more as I get the Oricron armor. But we're going to go back to Ceres next time. Was it in this time period? I think so. He's all the way in Minos' present. I don't know why I did that. Kinda took the long way around there. Yes, we would like to set sail. And we'll get the armor. Hi! Such as this? I would like the armor. Yeah, all 5 pieces here. And it's complete. The ultimate armor. Every adventurer wants to see this under the Christmas tree. Mighty fine work if I do say so myself. Well, I would love for you to forge some other stuff, but I don't have the money for it. Or I don't have the ore for it. Hooray! How is that compared to the Viking armor? Oh, I can't see. Oh well.